Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure not all of you feel that enthusiastic about seeing me, but nevertheless, for those of you who are enthusiastic, I'm very touched. I really am touched. I want to tell you, I don't know if this is a good or bad thing to tell you, but I am known for being open, and I've taken risks, and it's usually worked. And one of my proudest achievements is I have been to all 50 states. But the prouder achievement will be when I have lectured in all 50. This is my 47th. So it's a very big night for me. So if you know anybody in Montana or the Dakotas, I will come and talk about aardvarks. Whatever is on their mind, I will just be happy to go there. I'm very happy to see you. I'm sorry about the raucous that ensued before my coming, and I want to address it because it's a very, very important thing to address because it's happening all over America. It's a crisis in America, in fact. The crisis is the creating of lies about decent people. And it needs to be acknowledged for what it is, lies about decent people. I don't care if people differ with me. That's why I always invite people who differ with me onto my radio show. And I never yell at them, and I never humiliate them, and I never attack them. I have no problem in differing with people. It's a wonderful thing to have differences of opinion. If everybody thinks the same, there's something awry. But there's a very big difference between differing and throwing the worst possible labels onto a human being who doesn't deserve it. If I am all of the things that were said by some of your fellow students, then we have a real problem because, A, I'm not. And then when the real Nazis and anti-Semites and racists and misogynists and white supremacists show up, there will be no vocabulary left. What these people are doing, aside from smearing decent people, which is in itself a terrible thing, what they're doing is they are completely undermining the fight against real racism, real white supremacy, real misogyny, real xenophobia, and real racism. That's the irony. They are the worst possible source of weakening of the battle against real evil by cheapening these things. To give you an idea of really the absurdity, it's aside from immorality, the absurdity of the language used in my case. The very first statements said I was an anti-Semite. Now, theoretically, a Jew can be an anti-Semite. It's theoretically possible, but it's not common, right? It takes an effort to hate yourself. It can be done. It can, anything is. But in my case, it's particularly stupid. I've written 2 books on Judaism. One of them is the best-selling English language introduction to Judaism. It's been in print since I was 25 years old and wrote it at 25. It's still in print. Simon & Schuster, you can get it on Amazon. I wrote another book, which is 3 times reprinted by Simon & Schuster on anti-Semitism. I was sent to the Soviet Union before you were born, when there was a Soviet Union, to work to bring Jews out of the Soviet Union at some risk to myself. But knowing Russian and Hebrew, I was a good choice to do that work. I have devoted my life to Judaism and to helping Jews, and I was called an anti-Semite. Then, even to them, it looked a little bizarre. And so they dropped it. But why did they do it? That's what matters. Because they had as much evidence that I was an anti-Semite as they do that I condone and advocate, oh, excuse me, not just condone, advocate rape. Advocate rape. My wife, who is with me, and I'll introduce her. Sue, would you stand up? So, my wife said to me tonight, she said, they don't understand how insulting it is to me as your wife. I married a man who advocates rape? It's as bizarre as the anti-Semite charge. Advocate or condone rape? Rape is despicable. It's a non-issue. I don't know anybody. First of all, to be honest, I don't know anybody who condones rape. I have to admit, in all of my years on earth, I never met anybody who had a banner, "We like rape." No, I take it back. ISIS, but I don't know anybody in ISIS. I have to admit, they don't tend to listen to my radio show. They don't watch Prager videos, to the best of my knowledge.